To some, it's the lure of the water. To others, it's the hard work that is required to pull in the big catch so that you can eventually enjoy some of the freshest local seafood around. And although their efforts often are overlooked, watermen and other seafood-related businesses right here in the city of Newport News are turning several years of just surviving into future years of thriving, thanks to a special little place that has become quite an economic engine for this city and making quite a name for itself along the East Coast and throughout the world.
Yeah, this is the Newport News Seafood Industrial Park, located at the southern end of Jefferson Avenue, and it has become known as the greatest little seaport on the East Coast. It's kind of hidden place. People don't understand what's going on down here, but you know, it's been generations of watermen have worked here, so it's kind of a legacy of industrial and seafood.
Right now, we're loading everything up that we catch.
Jim is.
All about hard work, and what you put into it is what you get out of it most of the time. You know, you can make some good money into it, but you got to put a lot of hard work and effort into it. It gives me an adrenaline rush when you pull a crab pot up and she stuffs solid full of crabs. It ain't no better feeling in the world, because you know you're about to get paid, but you know, it ain't no better feeling in the world than going out there and pulling up a pot solid full of crabs. Ain't nothing else I'd rather do. I wouldn't be happy doing anything else.
Restaurants depend on it, but you know, without us, they don't have it. It's been in my family for years and generations, and it's just something I've always known and loved, and it's a blessing to be out there every day, really.
And it does a magnitude of business for the seafood industry. In Hampton Roads, we probably unload at least $40 million worth of seafood. And it's a very small place for that kind of volume. Well, I think it's great because there's not a lot of opportunities left in any city around here for, say, a commercial or industrial water use. A lot of things turn to pleasure boating, real estate, but in this little compact area, we're not taking up a lot of space here. We're able to keep up our tradition, and with the volume of like payroll, tax revenue, and rent that comes in, this is the only use I could really see for this area. So there are a few others here and there spread out. Hampton has a small little facility, Seaford. But you know, we've taken a very small little point of land and made probably the best use that you could ever come up with, and yet creating all of this revenue and job opportunity, and most importantly a seafood product that goes all across the world, really.
KC Seafood is a crab processor. We bought this plant in 1990. We buy crabs from the watermen. They're usually back in here between 12 and 1 o'clock because they want to get in here before the heat of the day. We buy everything by weight. We weigh the crabs, and that we dump them, we wash them off, and then that's when we go in our cooking process. That's pretty amazing, and the Seafood Industrial Park is a great addition to Newport News. If you look up and down the coast, and you say, okay, where can these ocean-going vessels unload? And there's not many, A few can go into Hampton. If you go north, you almost have to go up to Cape May. Now there's a problem in Oregon Inlet with the boats getting in there. So this is really, really a blessing to Newport News to have this harbor built down here where guys can go out and fish the ocean or fish the bay and come here and load their catch.
Peabody's is a seafood packing facility. We also own scallop vessels. The scallop vessels come here to the Seafood Industrial Park, and they offload their catch here at Peabody Corp. We provide low-fat, high-protein food for the world. These scallops are shipped all over the world eventually as an end product.
What I'm doing, I'm checking the quality of the product, making sure that it's not gritty or the scallops are cut up wrong. And then we check the sizing of them. That's what dictates pricing, is size, and to who we ship them to.
We've been in the Seafood Industrial Park here at Peabody Corp since 1996. Without the Seafood Industrial Park, we wouldn't have had an opportunity to have a packing facility because there's really not many available up and down the coast, especially here in Virginia. And it's a great park. The harbor master's great, the city's good to us, and it's a great harbor to be in.
This is Davis Boat Works. We deliver very high quality repairs to vessels less than 250 tons, and so we have a lot at Navy. The Navy's obviously our biggest customer, but we do a lot of commercial work also. And quite frankly, it's the investment that the city's made in the boat harbor that's allowed many of the businesses, including Davis Boat Works, to prosper. And I believe now this is one of the larger profit centers for the city. So not only has it been paid for, the bonds paid off, but now it's a cash flow that helps reduce property taxes and taxes for all the citizens in Newport News because of these businesses down here. Not to mention the employment we provide for many of the citizens here, and particularly on the peninsula side, both in Hampton as well as the city of Newport News.
Well, Point Pack, and what we do here is we're a seafood wholesale business. When the boats have the product, they go out and catch it, bring it to us. We there put it in boxes, ship it out to different markets and stuff like that up and down the coast. We specialize in all kinds of different products. One of the big volume items that we deal with is flounders, domestic flounders. We probably have done close to 1 million pounds of flounders this year already. And you know, that along with croakers, we do soft shell crabs, all kinds of different species, but mainly the big volume items are the flounder, scallop, and croakers and stuff like that.
I see so many of them, sometimes I think I dream of them. Right here, we're grading them. We're putting the mediums on this side of the table, the large on this side, and anything 5 pounds and up go over here for jumbos. I feel like it's important. I've been doing it for 7 years, you know, work my way from the bottom up a little bit to the top. But I think it's very important, make sure people see food and food that they eat is fresh and clean.
It's a fun job. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not fun all the time. But you have your days, man, where it's just, you can't touch it. It's a great thing. It's pretty cool to know that, you know, we're pretty much where it starts. We're at the beginning of the line. And so it has to be good when it comes to us, and we have to offer it out good because it has to turn over 4 or 5 times. And to know that we're still offering good quality seafood here, produced from our oceans and by our boats, you know, it's great. I just love to tell people to, when you go to a restaurant, ask where your seafood comes from. Make sure, you know, you're supporting the local fishermen, or, you know, even American fishermen. You want the good American seafood. You don't want any imports.
Chesapeake Bay Packing is a vertically integrated scallop company located in Newport News, Virginia. We're vessel owners. We own 7 vessels and offload about 25 to 30 independent vessels. This is the entrance for the product into the United States. The boats have a very difficult time dealing with natural occurrences, weather, and situations like that they have to go out and catch. They're not sure what they're going to catch, and the price reflects that. But this is the starting gate. It comes through here, and we put it into a form that it can be distributed all over the world and the United States and enjoyed by consumers everywhere. The plant on Jefferson Avenue is about a 40,000 square foot USDA approved facility for export to Europe and Asian countries. State-of-the-art technology for IQF processing, freezing, and grading. We can process about 60 to 80,000 pounds a day over there, coming off our vessels and other vessels we buy along the East Coast. So it's, if you compare it on the East Coast, it's probably one of the top facilities on the East Coast. It's vital to be here in the seafood park. It's very important to have local community support and government support. We appreciate all that the Harbor Master does for us and the City of Newport News. Like I said, it's been a great asset down here to have the small boat harbor. I think it would be very difficult to have this type of industry down here without that support and that development of this product down here. And with recent investments trying to improve the areas down here, I really look forward to the next 5, 10, 15 years. I think it's going to be something that will really reflect well on Newport News.